Hey sixth graders, we are on to lesson 18.1 and 18-2. I combined two lessons that are all about converting ratios. So we've already learned about ratios and what they are. So today our lesson is going to focus on when we have to convert those, and I'll show you what I mean, but we're going to start out with some vocabulary first. So let's knock this out to begin with. Our vocabulary. The very first thing that we have is a rate. A rate is a ratio that compares two items with different units. So for example, over here I did a little example. Like for instance, it could have money on the top of the ratio and ounces on the bottom. So that's a rate because it's comparing two different units, money versus ounces. And then next to it I wrote, okay, if something costs $4 for 20 ounces, that would be a rate. Now, a unit rate, we've done this before when we did our grocery store shopping in our classroom, and I said, gosh, we need to find the cheapest apples and the cheapest toilet paper, and we did the search and we had to do the math. The unit rate is what we are looking for when we're finding what one of something costs. So the second term is always 1. So right here I put to find the unit rate you have to divide. So if, for example, it was $10 for 5 pounds of cookies, and we want to know what 1 pound costs, then we have to do 10 divided by 5. So 1 pound then would cost $2. So we do that division, top divided by bottom, just like it's a division problem, and that gives us our answer. And we've done that before, and we're going to do that next lesson again. And then our last vocabulary here is conversion factor. Now, conversion factor is the biggest thing that we're going to work with today. Conversion factor is used to convert from one unit to another. So for instance, in parentheses, I put if we were going from minutes to seconds, for example, or it could be from minutes to hours or feet to miles. So it's all about converting from one thing to another. And I'll show you the steps and how we do that today. We're going to start out, the way I'm going to show you the steps is we're going to go through a story problem. I thought that would be the easiest way to teach you is by going through an actual problem. So our story is that 2 cups of milk are needed for 1 batch of cookies. How many ounces of milk are needed? So, like we are doing in class, we're going to get in the wonderful, great habit of highlighting, circling, and underlining our important information. So, 2 cups of milk are needed for 1 batch. And then the question at the end says how many ounces. So they're being tricky. They're not asking us for cups. They're asking for a completely different measurement. So that means we have to use our conversion factor up here. So let's go look down now at our steps. This is our story. The first step here, I'm sorry if that's a little bit blurry. I don't know why it is like that. It says write the ratio given. So step number 1 here says write the ratio given. The ratio that they gave me up here, it says 2 cups of milk in 1 batch. So I wrote 2 cups of milk in 1 batch. It's kind of like a ratio. And I'm just going to write that. That's what they gave me in the story. Now the second step is I have to ask myself, what am I converting to? Well, I'm going from milk to ounces. So if we're converting, I'm sorry, not from milk to ounces, from cups to ounces, we would have to know that conversion. So before you even get started on these, you might have to Google a conversion if you don't know it. You have to know how many ounces are in a cup. So in this problem here, we have 8 ounces are in a cup. So what we're going to do is we're going to rewrite our ratio down below. So we write it 2 cups in 1 batch. I wrote that right here. Now we have to multiply that because we're converting. So what we are converting to here is we're going to put 8 ounces. This is going to be an equivalent ratio here, or not an equivalent ratio, but the 2 portions, like whatever's on the top and the bottom, are equal. So 8 ounces is equal to 1 cup. Now notice you have to, instead of lining up your cups on the same side, you'll notice that you have to make them across from each other because I want to get rid of the cups. I don't want to use cups anymore. I want to use ounces. So you have to put them on the opposite side of the ratio. By doing that, it cancels the cups out because they're on the opposite side. So now when I'm multiplying this, you guys, it's just like when we multiplied fractions, we are going to multiply straight across on the top and on the bottom. So I had 2 times 8 on the top, so now we have 16, and we still had this ounces because we didn't cross that out, so ounces, 16 ounces. And then on the bottom, we did 1 batch times 1 cup, and we got rid of the cup, so now on the bottom, we have 1 batch. So the question said, how many ounces of milk are needed for 1 batch? 16 ounces are needed for 1 batch. So 16 ounces. So first step, write the ratio. Second step, you have to figure out what you're converting to and make sure you put it across like I did right here, how the cups are across from each other. Let's do one more example of a story problem like this so we get to practice it again. And then you guys are probably going to need to look back at these notes when you have problems like this on homework, because I know at the beginning it takes a second to get used to those steps. Okay, our second story problem here. I have to go to the second page. If you can fit yours. Okay, my second story here is about a movie. So it says a 1-minute film is filmed at 1,000 frames every second. 1,000 frames is like little flashes of picture. So it's like a bunch of pictures put together to make the movie. So 1,000 frames every second. How many frames would be taken in the minute-long film? So remember, our first step here was to write the ratio given. They told us 1,000 frames in 1 second. So I'm going to write it 1,000 frames in 1 second, just like this ratio. Now our second step is that we have to go from seconds to minute because they told us it's a 1-minute film. So most of us know on the top of our head that there are 60 seconds in 1 minute. So when I rewrite this, I'm going to put my 1,000 frames over 1 second, and then we're multiplying that. Now remember, I have to put what I'm going from, like the thing that I'm getting rid of. I'm getting rid of the seconds because I want to go to minutes. So when I wrote this, you can't put the 1 minute on top and the seconds underneath, because then the seconds aren't across from each other. Remember, we need the seconds to be across from each other so that they cancel out. Just the word seconds, like the measurement seconds. So now, let me erase that so you don't get confused by that. Now that I wrote it across, I'm going to multiply straight across. Now my seconds canceled, so I'm crossing out just that word, the seconds, and then I can multiply straight across. So 1,000 times 60 is going to be 60,000. All you have to do is really add that 6 to the beginning here. So we have 60,000. Now our label here is frames because we got rid of the seconds. So frames, and then 1 times 1 is 1. We got rid of the seconds, so 1 minute. So this minute-long this minute-long movie is going to have how many frames? 60,000, and we know from looking at this ratio at the end. Now, I know it'll take a couple more problems to practice this, but you always have to look back at this, and you have to remember the biggest thing that will get you the wrong answer is you have to make sure and line up whatever you're changing from has to be across from the other thing on your ratio. So that's the biggest thing. We'll practice some more in class. As long as you guys have these notes, you are set to go. Thank you for getting your video done, and we will see you guys soon. Adios.